Hey YouTube, it is Taylor, and I have a really interesting and unique video that I'm coming at you guys with. I was contemplating all the different ways that we can use technology to our advantage. And so I have come up with a list of things that I use technology for with my own business, with my own life, with my own family. And I just wanted to share that with you to hopefully let you find maybe one or two gems to use in your own home, and hopefully can help save you guys time and money as well. So I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the feedback, and I'm excited to keep doing these videos for you guys to make life better. So I'm going to start this off by just kind of sharing with you guys probably the one biggest thing that I use my technology for as a friend would be my calendars. So I have Google calendars, Gmail accounts and things like that are all nicely color coded. But what I use them for is to help me remind me to do things at certain times. Whether that's cancel a subscription, whether that's sign up for something to get a promo price on it, to, pay my bills on time, to make sure that I don't pay any additional late fees or additional interest or things like that. And I also use it to schedule in time for self-care, for relationships. If you want to spend more time with your kiddos or your spouse or your family or friends or whatever it would be, super simple way to do that would be to set an event in your calendar to make sure that you do those things, because these are important. These small things make up the big things. So that would be really the biggest thing that I use it for, is that. And I also use it for reminding me to change the water filter, or order whatever, or go to the gym, my workout, classes or whatever it would be. So different things like that. I use that for every flipping day. My phone constantly goes off with different things to make sure that it's either being done or make sure that I'm alerted to know that I need to do something at a certain time, because otherwise, if we relied only on our own brains, I would be forgetting stuff quite a bit. So that also, relates to meetings and things like that as well, in regards to business and maintaining client relationships. So that's what my life revolves around, is pretty much my Google Calendar. My Google alerts pop up all the time on my phone, and that's a good thing. So the next thing that I wanted to chat with you guys about is automation. So automating the way that you live your life in regards to things that you have to do, in regards to things that, require your attention. So saving money, paying off debt, making sure you remember to order groceries, whatever it would be, or buy groceries, whatever that would be. That's really something that I urge you guys to do, is to take a look at what can you do to stop spending time, useless time maybe, spending time doing some certain things that could have been avoided. So what I mean by that is just taking a look at saving money versus paying off debt versus saving for retirement, whatever it would be. What I would encourage you guys to do is to take a step back and look at, okay, if I know I want to go on vacation in 6 months, I need to have $5,000 saved up, whatever the dollar amount is. What I want you to do is take that $5,000, take those 6 months and divide it into a weekly amount. And then that weekly amount should be deducted every single week from your checking account into a separate savings account, so that you don't have to think about it. And then in 5.5 months, let's just say 5.5 months rolls around, and now all of a sudden you have to come up with $5,000 in order to go on this trip. This same principle can be applied to anything. So whether it's a trip, or it's retirement, or it's saving for paying for taxes, paying for a home, paying off debt, there's so many different things that you can do to use that, again, to help save your time and to kind of trick yourself a little bit into saving more money. And another tip that I have with that as well is to set a reminder in your calendar to increase that amount every, let's just say every couple weeks or every month, increase it by, 2% or whatever it would be. So just kind of, again, using that to your advantage to make sure that you're actually doing the things that you really want to do, because otherwise you get sucked into life and you get sucked into the couch sometimes, and things like that just don't happen without your daily intention and daily action. So that's a super fun one, and all of a sudden you're going to save money, and you're going to be like, this is so easy. Instead of having to come up with a few $100s or a few $1,000s just out of the blue, it's so much simpler to do it this way and have that money set aside little by little every week. You could do it every day, whatever it would be, but make sure that you automate that to help save yourself time. Again, with automation, subscription-based things. So I'm not talking about things that make you spend more money, like buying the cute things and the little makeup things and the clothes things and whatever it would be, you know, the bark box and stuff, which are all super cute things. And I'm sure they're all great and whatever. But what I mean is the subscription-based thing for the things you use on a daily basis. Wow, I'm saying things a lot. If you want to take a step back and look at all the things you use on a daily basis, that would be what I'm talking about. You know you're going to need to buy paper towels. You know you're going to need to buy toilet paper. You know you buy toothpaste, soap, supplements, vitamins, all these things, pet food. Like, you know you're going to need to buy that stuff. So you might as well save yourself 10, 15% on it, buy it through whatever company you normally buy it through, and have them bring it to your door. You don't have to haul or lug all that stuff around. You can have it literally delivered to you. Also, in addition to that, you will also save time, because I don't know how many times before figuring out that I can do this with everything pretty much in my life, I've been in the middle of something in the evening, you know, whether it's cooking or eating or whatever, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, dang it, we need to go get, you know, Arthur's dog food because he's out because I didn't buy any or whatever, you know, and if you can take a step back and make sure that you plan to have those things on hand, really helps save time. And again, obviously saves money, because these companies want you to do that. They want you to be subscribed to their things, because essentially you're just ensuring that you're going to keep ordering every 3 months or whatever it would be. So Amazon, I think you pay like $119 a year to have free Amazon Prime shipping. But when you sign up for the subscription services, so hard to say apparently. When you sign up for those different things, they give you an extra, 15% on the auto ship. So that would be another fun thing to do. And you know you're going to need them, so you might as well just buy them and get them essentially on sale every single time. That would be a game changer. That changed everything that I did, because now I don't have to run and do these things in the middle of the day or middle of the night or whatever. I don't ever do middle of the day or middle of the night. But anyways, it has really changed a lot. So that also is the same as using grocery delivery. So every single Sunday, my phone goes off, my calendar goes off at 8:15, and then again at 8:27 for my 8:30 event of ordering groceries. So either if we're sticking to, a specific meal plan or nutrition plan at that time, it is super simple, because I know I'm going to just order the same stuff I ordered the week before. Or if we know we're going to be doing something different, like people coming over or whatever it might be, obviously you can change and tweak that every single time you order groceries. But I use Instacart, and they literally tell me how many hours I've saved by using the app, by not going to the grocery store. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so smart. So I don't know how many hours I've saved by using Instacart, but it's a lot. I think it's like 90 or 95 hours or something, which is a lot of time. So I would encourage you guys to take a look at that. I have the subscription where I pay $99 a year for 0 delivery fee and 0 service fee. So the only thing that I pay for on a weekly basis is the tip for the driver, which I'm more than happy to pay, because that person's buying my groceries and picking out the goodies and bringing them to my house and literally setting them on my door, and it's doorstep, and it's amazing. So encourage you to do that. You obviously don't have to pay for that amount either, the $99. Depending on what store you shop at, the prices are generally the same as what they would be in the store. So that's something as well to keep in mind is, it's just there to save you time and money. So that's I flippin' love it. It's amazing. I just can't get over it. The next thing you could do is tracking. So taking a look at tracking your screen time, tracking and analyzing your bill paying and your money spending and things like that is a really, really neat way to be able to, again, save time and money. So if you can take a look at your phone on iPhones, I think it's just called like screen time, but it'll literally tell you how many minutes and hours you've spent on a specific app or a specific section of apps like social media. It'll literally tell you. It is terrifying if you haven't looked at that before, because then you actually realize the amount of time that is either in between things or sitting in the evenings or the mornings when you have a big chunk of time, of how much time you're actually spending and wasting on some of those different things. So I encourage you to open your eyes to something like that. In addition to analyzing your bills and your spending, if there's something that you want, which would include saving for a specific thing, retirement, paying off debt, paying for a home, vacation, whatever it would be, you'd be absolutely surprised at the dollar amount that you spend on a daily or weekly basis on things that you might not even realize. This is also true. You can do this by tracking it, writing everything down. They also encourage, and by they, I mean, the experts encourage you to do the same for calorie tracking or, whatever it would be. So just take a look at those small things, because those small things add up to be the big things. So I would encourage you guys to do that. I use the screen time app on my iPhone, and then I also use mint.com to track my dollars going in, my dollars going out, my dollars all around, and basically it labels everything based on what the specific transaction would be. So it knows that this is a coffee shop versus this is, my electricity bill or whatever. So that would be something to take a look at, because if you want something specific or you want to know why there's always time left, there's always month left at the end of your money and not money left at the end of your month, that's a really, really neat way to be able to see why that's happening that way. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys as well is just being able to spend time learning about your different devices, whether it's, your computers or your phones or your iPads or your Fitbits or, whatever it would be. Really, really neat way to do that is just look up videos on YouTube on how to do something. So, taking a look at how to utilize, your Amazon Alexa device. She just turned on. Sorry, I have one right here in my office. So having her help with different things like that, or different things like cooking recipes, finding out what different measurements are, helping them do maybe not quick math, but these different pieces of technology exist to help make our lives easier. So I encourage you guys to learn more about what could help your guys' lives. And I appreciate it. That was my list that I wanted to run through with you, to share with you guys what I do and what we do on a daily and weekly basis. And I'm really looking forward to the next video with you guys, and I appreciate the love. So we'll chat soon.